Hello everyone. We are working here on 2009 f250 four-wheel drive automatic, and we're gonna be changing the seals on this thing and the brakes on the front and the rear. So we ordered some parts, so they're gonna take a little while to get here, but we took this thing apart since I believe sometime last week, and kind of wanted to make a video on how to replace these things. The hub on this side is bad, so we had to change it. So since we did all that, we went ahead and changed the vacuum seal for the four-wheel drive and the actual axle shaft seal there, because there was just nothing there. And hopefully somebody gets some insights and it's helpful for someone that wants to do this type of repair on their pickup. I don't know until what year this thing has this setup as it is. I worked on a few older f250s, and this thing is way different than mine, so I have it all tore apart, but it's not that hard to do. It's just kind of a time consuming because it was so rusty. So this side, it took me about 45 minutes to completely get this side, because them bolts, they were so tight that I had to use the impact quite a bit to get them loose. So this hub goes right in there, so we're gonna replace the heat shield, not the heat shield but the dust shield on both sides. So this is pretty shot, pretty rusty, so we're waiting for that. It's supposed to be here yesterday, but today didn't show up, so I'm gonna see if it comes in tomorrow. This thing is pretty much ready to be put back together in place, so that's pretty much the way it goes. I was gonna explain some things on this side. I've seen some YouTube deals, they kind of explain the same thing, but everybody does it different. So, and it's not that hard, it's simple stuff. So obviously you take the wheel off the tire, and then this thing has this screws that screw up into the hub housing. So it's just gears that activate the four-wheel drive with a vacuum. So I took that apart later on, or earlier or on the afternoon, because it was such a mess trying to get these things off. You take that off, you take the caliper housing, the bracket off. That took me quite a bit. I even broke an impact socket trying to get the stupid thing off because it's so tight. So here are the pieces. Harbor Freight, of course. Nothing against them. I get my tools from there too. And there's this snap ring that goes right inside of the shaft. There's a little groove that this thing attaches to, and it sits right in place. So you have to take that thing off before you take this hub completely off. So that's what keeps it from coming out. After you do that, I took the rotor out. Still in good shape. There's no grooves or anything. And then this hub and the bearings are in one piece. You can actually get the seals and the bearings separate if you want to mess with that. It's more of a convenience trying to get the whole thing, because it comes with ABS wires in the connection, so we did that, so I didn't have to mess with it. More work. Then there's this 4 bolts. There's 2 bolts on the top and 2 bolts on the bottom that need to come off. They have a double thread, so they thread into the inside with a nut. Here are these deals. They're pretty rusty, so it took a little time trying to get these things off. So there's 4 of them. The studs, they stay with this housing, with the hub. This thing was pretty rusty, so I did some cleaning with this skiller, so that took a lot of the skill off, so it keeps it, nice and clean somewhat. The next thing after that, there's this seal here that comes out. This shaft just goes into the differential housing at the other end, right up there. So this is a short one. The way that you take this thing out is either you pry this deal here, because it comes off, so you can see the thing just move in and out. So it's a little bit tight in it, but it does come out. So after we take that out, we need to replace this deal here. It's a seal that's gonna be new, so I'm gonna clean that out real nice, and then change the seal there that's messed up. That one's a new one. It's this one, and they go in like just like that inside. So it has to be beat up a little bit because it needs to go in and pressure, so to lock up. And that's the seal. I believe this is from Parts Geek, so this is gonna be a new one, so that's gonna be installed new. And on this side, before we put everything back together, we're gonna make sure all these guides are nice and smooth so they can move in and out, because on the other side one of them was a little bit dry, so it's not moving as freely as it should be. And this one, you can tell this thing moves quite a bit, a little. This one's hardly there's any movement in it, and that's why you have this pad look like this on one side, and this other one, this is the inside. So they're gonna be new. Of course, we took the caliper off. We didn't unhook it or anything. It's still in good shape. It still moves somewhat smooth, so we just need to descale that thing off and clean it up and put back together. Other than that, I'm gonna wait for the parts to show up, and then we're gonna be I probably won't make a video of it, but I'll just post some pictures as I go. because I can work on this thing and video at the same time. So um, this side, the same thing. We just need to put the shield in because the shield goes inside this part here, the housing. So it goes in between the housing and the hub. That's what keeps it in place, and it has its own place to go. So it goes like this because the ABS goes through that hole there. So, and this thing at one time it got messed up, got heated. I took this thing apart. This is the old hub from the driver's or passenger side. So the inside bearing, it moved somewhat nice, but there's some dry spots that you could tell that there was excessive heat in the metal. So I took this thing off too, and it's the same way, same thing. So all this grease came out of it, which you can tell is not good. I mean, right now you can hardly hear any noise. There's a little bit, but once you drive this thing, you feel it and you hear it. Once we get everything put back together, we're gonna reinstall this thing. We're gonna make sure this thing has a nice clean job. We're gonna get all this old silicone and the O-rings, they're gonna be new, and we're gonna grease that thing with new grease. So this is an auto and a lock deal, so it's right in there. So there's nothing else messed up with this thing. I worked on this thing before. I think it was last year sometime. We changed the exhaust manifolds because on the passenger side they were leaking. There was one that was leaking on the gasket, so we had to change that. So I just told my cousin to get both of them and replace both of them at the same time. So that was a job. No broken bolts. And I think earlier during the year, last year, I changed the seal on that one. The differential transfer case drive shaft seal was leaking, so that was a simple deal. Took us about 2 hours between fuel up and all that. So other than that, that should be it. Later on, we're gonna be doing the brakes on this thing once I get done with the front. So we're gonna be redoing the brakes on this rear, both sides, front and back. Hopefully they're in good shape and nothing major goes on. So the bolt for the caliper, the bracket, are this right here, and they are 13/16. So, and they take especially on this one, it took me quite a bit of fooling around and a lot of heat and wrenching and stuff. So we put some liquid penetrating oil, and that seemed to work a little bit. So other than that, there's nothing major to it. It's just an old rusty pickup that needs some maintenance. And my cousin, he's pretty good at doing this thing. He don't wait until things break down and completely bust in the middle of the road. He sees something messed up, he fixes it right away. So it's a very rare thing that he breaks down anywhere. So I like that. I like pre-maintenance work. So just in case anybody wondering why Hacienda Woodworks it's doing mechanical work, is because I like cars. I'm a car guy. I like wrenching with cars. I like how things work. So far, since I was 16, 17 maybe, when I got my first car paid for, was an old station wagon Cavalier Chevy. Up to now, I think I've owned over the years close to 85, 86 cars, vehicles, pickups, cars, trucks, mini trucks, vans. Not so many station wagons, but I like to work on them. I like how they work. I like sometimes I wish I had some of the cars I let go of. Some cars I don't even want to even look again because they were such a pain. But I learned to work on each of them. So I'll probably be doing some videos on some work that I'm gonna do on one of my vans that I just bought sometime last year. So it needs some work, but that's for another time. This one is just like I said, an 09 f250 four-wheel drive automatic, spring suspension. Mine was leaf suspension, so the whole assembly here was different, and I liked it. I just had to get rid of it. Got me a Astrovan instead, so I gotta work on that thing too. And this one, I guess, as long as we keep on working on these things, I'll post some videos and see if it's of any help. If you guys have any ideas or any other work that you guys had or run into trouble with these things, just comment on it, and we'll see how it goes. But really there's nothing to it. It's just a bunch of assembling, disassembling, and it's really not hard for me to do anything like this, so it's kind of a no-brainer. But if you guys need any other information, I'll just be posting the pictures as I go on this thing, and then see if it's of any help. Thank you. Bye.